The Lewis structure is a model that shows the number and pairing of valence electrons around any atom. It allows us to predict how an atom might bond with another atom. The model is made by writing the chemical symbol of the atom being examined in the center, then placing in the electrons from the highest energy s orbital and those from the highest energy p orbitals on the x, y, and z axes. The electrons are placed according to the shell filling laws, so the s orbital is filled first, and all the p orbitals are filled with positive spin electrons before they are paired with negative spin electrons. An example is nitrogen, which has a valence number of 5. The s orbital contains the first 2 electrons, and the p orbitals contain the other 3 unpaired. The Lewis model's main purpose is to show how atoms bond. This is a formula to find the number of bonds required in a molecule. First, we must find the total number of valence electrons of the atoms in the molecule. Then we divide that by 2 to find the total number of pairs. Finally, we subtract the number of full pairs, and we get the number of bonds required in that molecule. This example of covalent bonding modeled by the Lewis structure is silicon 2, fluorine 2, hydrogen 2. Its atoms have a total of 24 valence electrons. We divide that by 2 to get 12 pairs, and subtract the 6 unshared pairs to get 6 required bonds. The molecule will be formed with the 2 silicon atoms forming a double bond, and each of them forming a single bond with a fluorine and a hydrogen atom. The other example in this video is of Lewis structure modeling of a polyatomic ion. This ion is manganese oxygen 4-, or permanganate. It is composed of a manganese atom surrounded by oxygen atoms, and has an overall charge of -1. Manganese is a strange atom when it comes to valence electrons. While most transition metals use only 2 electrons to bond from the highest energy s orbital, manganese uses the 5 lower energy d orbital electrons in its bonding. That gives it 7 valence electrons and the oxygen atoms 6 valence electrons each. The molecule is formed as manganese double bonds with 3 oxygen atoms and forms a single bond with the last. That last oxygen atom therefore needs 1 more electron to fill its valence, so it takes on an atmospheric electron to fill it. The extra electron gives the molecule a -1 charge. The Lewis structure is an excellent model in showing how atoms behave and how they bond with other atoms.